Okay, we're going to look at Articles Plus really quick. Remember, food insecurity was one of the searches the student put in. Sorry. I get a whole mess of results from, remember, magazines, newspapers, trade publications, books, book chapters, academic journals, scholarly journals, okay? I'm getting 83,000. So when I say limiting, I'm talking about going over here. So I want to talk about the most recent stuff on food insecurity. I'm going to go to 20, I'll go to 2010 for my results. That helps right there to cut down the results. I want to know what's going on with it now. Okay, the next thing I want to do is perhaps look down here and see if I'd like to limit by subject. Remember, go on the left side, check on the left side. So I'm looking to see if any of this might be a way to take it down a bit. I'm going to look a little bit more. No. I think, okay. So a couple of things you can do here. We're going to talk about, you can break it down to magazines. And then you would look and see how magazines talk about it, right? So some of these are seeing what they are. You're going to be evaluating these. Eureka Street, it's 4 pages. Okay, so it's about the coronavirus and food insecurity. Maybe I want it, maybe I don't. Something to think about. But you want to ask yourself, what is this thing? Right? I think I did click on magazines, but covers current affairs with a view to more reflective exploration of issues from the mainstream press, whatever that means. But it's in Australia. So it's just things to think about if you're going to decide to go with this article. That's all I would have to say. Okay, we're going back to our results. You can always, I'm going to go back to the left side. I'm going to get rid of the magazines as a search. Okay, the other thing you can do here is also, you can look at newspapers from this publication. And actually, I could have taken off the magazine thing, which I'd like to do. Okay, and you can look at newspapers this way if you'd like to look through some newspapers to get some idea. But this is where you really need to get more focus as well. So we have newspapers. Once again, we can narrow. So remember all that. I'm going to recommend, although this is not on the left side, let's make sure we put food insecurity as a phrase so we keep those words together. Probably didn't, yeah, it is what it is. So, and then the last but not least, we're going to look at a scholarly article. I personally would go right to scholarly, peer-reviewed. For some reason, it is a little more accurate if you use scholarly, peer-reviewed than if you use academic journals down here. So I still have a lot. And then this is when you start, as we'll see as we go along, food insecurity. What about it, right? So depends on who you want to search. You're looking at food insecurity, and maybe you do or don't know what you want to talk about yet. In my case, in this case that we're going to be looking at, we're looking at food insecurity with college students. So I already can bring down these results by adding and college students. So it's doing that search, beautiful. It's still keeping 2010, it's still keeping scholarly, and then we get into looking at the different articles from a scholarly point of view. So that is just getting yourself into Articles Plus, opening one that looks interesting to you, having a look at the record, seeing the subject terms, reading the abstract, seeing if that interests you, keeping it to your, emailing it to yourself or adding it to a folder and emailing that folder to yourself, however you want to do this. that is the very, very short look at Articles Plus.